Everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about Gilded by Marissa Meyer, which I just got off of Overdrive.
Yeah.
So this
I just got it off of Overdrive.
no, but I'm like anybody can access it from Overdrive. It's not like I had a special arc or anything, you know? Yeah,
Yeah, no.
so anyway. But to access things through Overdrive, it's good.
And I double fisted it. So I read and I listened.
So this is a takeoff of Rumpelstiltskin. If anybody who's read Marissa Meyer's books know that they're like all kind of fairy tale-ish. So this is about Cerilda, who is the miller's daughter. And her mother has been gone for years. And she's not 100% sure like what happened. She just remembers she was a toddler and her mom left. Um, and one night she interrupts these fairies. They were kind of, were they fairies? They were being hunted. They were
Forceful.
forest
Yeah.
folk being tracked by the wild hunt. And through that, she gets drawn into this mystical world of the leader of the hunt, and she tells him that she can spin straw into gold, and she can't. And when she's upset, this boy shows up named Gild, who can spin straw into gold, but she has to give him something. Rumpelstiltskin. And it kind of goes from there, and she's caught up in the lies with the wild hunt, and there's danger there, and there's other like creatures. I feel like if I go more than that, it kind of gives away big chunks of it, you know?
Yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah, I mean it's
Full moon? Is it full moon or is it like new moon? Every moon she has to go back.
there's the wild hunt, and he wants her to spin straw into gold, and she gives a necklace, then she gives the ring, then she gives the firstborn, and it's
I
Rumpelstiltskin.
feel like that might be a little bit of a spoiler.
It's Rumpelstiltskin.
Okay. Wait, did Rumpelstiltskin, did she give that other stuff? I only remember the firstborn.
Oh yeah, no. Cause there was a book when I was a kid. I think it was like a Caldecott winner that was about Rumpelstiltskin. And then I think there was an animated, there used to, when Nickelodeon, when I was very young and Nickelodeon was very new, they used to have like these really weird fairy tale cartoons that looked kind of like manga. And I just remember there was like him dancing around the fire, and like he's like, Rumpelstiltskin is my name. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The first book in a duology.
Yes. So I did not enjoy this book.
So I'm gonna start like we're encouraged to do when we're discussing our mock award books. I'm going to start with the positives, and the positives are this is a really it's really well written. It's really, I mean, it's well done. She can build a world like nobody's business.
The world building is amazing in this book.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It In the aftermath of COVID, I don't want this book. It is nothing but torture and negativity, and just it's horrifying. And there isn't a levity to it. There aren't charming characters to balance. There's no balance here.
Right.
All it is just it's so well done and so negative that even after I finished it days ago, I'm still like, I'm reading random books just to get the taste out of my mouth.
I do. I feel like it was so dark, like it put you in a dark place. Like I might have used the term torture porn at one point. And like I was trying to figure out, because I loved the Lunar Chronicles so much. And first of all, this book is really long. And I don't think you realize how long it is when you start it as an ebook until you get to the end. By the time it was at the end, I had a hard time remembering all the details from the beginning. But the characters, like in Lunar Chronicles, which by the way, the first book was less than 400 pages, so we baby stepped up to 800 pages. The characters in Lunar Chronicles are so charming and multifaceted that they feel alive. These books, there was no multifaceted. Everybody was kind of a villain. There was no lightness, there was no flirting, there was no like quirkiness. It was just like, this is a dark fairy tale. Now, I have taken fairy tale classes and fairy tales are dark, so maybe that's what she was going for. But like you said, this is not where I am right now. 2019, I might have been all over this.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I need just a little bit of something. And maybe it's because of the fact that everything has been dark for so long that I was like, this was like the final, I'm done. Um, so
There isn't a balance. I think that's the problem. Like you can have a book that's really dark, but you need to have characters who are fun and funny, or you need to have flirting. Like you need to have a balance where like Cyrilda is where you can believe that Cyrilda can actually triumph at some point. You know what I mean? That it isn't all, I don't know, like it felt like there was no way out. It was only going to get worse, and it did only get worse. And
yeah.
there was no way out. And like, why am I reading this if I know she's like, there's no way she has the ability to triumph over this because she has yet to do that.
And to be quite honest, I got really uncomfortable with the level of violence towards women and children.
Yeah, that was children especially.
And it's pretty detailed violence.
And it's one thing if it's like imagined violence. Like that's one thing, but then like the active violence, because there's imagined violence in this, and then there's like active violence in this, and it's just
Yeah.
I mean, like, and the thing is, it's well done. Like she
Right.
knows what she's doing, so
It's a
it's well done.
well-written
And so
book.
maybe there are readers out there. There probably are readers out there who would really enjoy this. I mentally cannot handle this book right now.
So here's the other
There
thing.
needs to be a trigger warning on this book.
This is not a teen book.
You don't think?
No, particularly because I've already read the second book as well. And that to me really didn't feel like a teen book.
Okay.
Like I get it, it would get lost in adult, but it's kind of like Sarah J. Maas. Eventually they moved her to adult. This book should be an adult. You don't think? Can you?
No, I can see what you're saying.
Because do you think that like the average reader of Cinder is gonna like the kids reading Cinder are like 12.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't. I say they shouldn't read this, but I would not encourage them to read this.
I wouldn't give
It's
this
a
to them
very
to read
different.
next.
It's a very different book,
Right.
and like I said, it was it still leaves a taste in my mouth. Like I'm still like I just feel ugh.
But I think the people who like this kind of dark macabre would love this.
I agree.
And I think they're not going to find it in my teen room. It's as simple as it gets. I think it should be an adult fantasy.
Yeah, it was hard.
Particularly the themes in the second book should be an adult fantasy.
Yeah.
Should we rate it?
Yeah, we should.
Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I mean, I'm at 3 because she's an excellent writer. Like she created a world from nothing, and it was well done. I knew the world and I wasn't confused. I wasn't lost. Like, so I have to give her credit for like having an awesome, like writing an awesome book. She's a great writer. I don't recommend it, and it mentally was difficult.
I gotta go with a 2 because I didn't keep everything straight. The book was so long, I got turned around, and I didn't want to keep reading, and that's kind of how I judge that. So that's where we are on Gilded, and we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.